Hello and welcome into another Gundam card game video. This time a NewType challenge taking place, a red-white deck on the left going first versus a blue-green 1-year rush. The blue-green 1-year rush player on his turn 2 now throws down a DOP, looks at the card and decides to bottom deck it, turning the turn over to player on the right there, red-white, plays 2 and throws out a Din. It's a 3-2 unit, good base cracker. Switch over to player 2 now. He throws down a Zaku from the starter deck and a Zaku 1. He swings a DOP for 1 at base and then pass turn. Now we're on to turn 3 here for a red-white Zaft player. Looks like he top decked Lafrith here, trying to think what to do versus 3 units. So he does throw down the Lafrith and swings 3 at the base. Cracking the base there of the 1-year war player on the right, and pass. Now turn 3, up to level 4 with his EX resource. Got a lot of plays here. Throws down 2 for a fall mail, which also generates that 3-1 Zaku 2 token. So now he's got 4 units on the board, really where you want to be as a rush player. He's thinking about what to do here and what to rush with. Looks like he taps 1 to attach a char to the DOP, and we'll trade into our 3-2 Din. It's just a good body to get off the board. Now he's still got 2 more Zakus to swing here, so he swings the Zaku 1 first at base, which we'll let through. And he swings the starter deck Zaku, which gets 3 AP on attack. And there we'll block. Alright, up to turn 4 now, level 4, red-white Zaft player. Restands, of course, his blocker there. Just trying to think of what to do versus a rush deck. Another blocker doesn't hurt, so he throws down a Lafrith. Got 2 blockers on board and a dual Gundam, and passes. Just tries to hunker down here and stop the onslaught. Already down his base and the shield. And now our 1-year war player is definitely thinking it's time to rush, so he plays 4 for Grandpa paired with Amuro, which gives him a rest ability. So he's contemplating which unit to rest here. Looks like he's going to rest the healthy Lafrith. And he'll swing 1 at shields with his Zaku 2. And we'll let that one go through. No burst. You swing the 3-1 token, which we will trade into our original Lafrith. And now player makes an interesting choice. So he swings not at shields, but at the Lafrith that he rested. But he takes only 2 damage, and because Gundam has a repair 2, it's really a free swing. So now our player on the right, red-white, really in a bad spot here. 2 units versus his 1, 4 shields. He's trying not to get rushed down here. Here comes the wombo combo. So level 5. 5 resources to spend. So he'll spend 2 for a Buster, which is a support, which is what he's explaining now. So he'll rest that, give the Gundam 2 AP, which makes it a 5-3. And when it's a 5-3, it gets Breach. And then spends his last 3 to throw down a Blitz Gundam, which gives the dual Gundam first strike, destroying the Buster, destroying the Gundam, and putting 3 on Falma. So what a good combo there, knocking out the big daddy unit there, putting 2 units on the board and getting Breach. A rush player looking to bounce back here. He's up to level 6 here on his 5th turn, spends 4 for a Char's Gelgoog, discarding 1 to pull Char from the graveyard, and now he's got a nice sized monster on the board. And of course he's thinking about what to do here. Clear some units or clear shield. Of course, you know what to do in rush. He decides to swing into face. So he swings at shields, no burst. Swings again at shield, no burst. And passes turn. He's really rushing us down here. Only 3 shields left. He's sitting pretty. We're up to turn 6 now. And actually this is great because we pull again another Blitz Gundam. So we can do the wombo combo yet again. So we'll support 2, giving our dual Gundam a 5 AP. And throw on another Blitz, giving it first strike. destroying the Gelgoog, taking no damage, and breaching through to the base. Taking a second here to pause and consider next steps. Yes, we'll spend 2 to play a close combat and destroy the Zaku, and then we'll swing our original blitz at shields. So now in just one turn, he switched the tides a little bit, 4 units out to no units, no bases anywhere. But our rush player throws down another Fall Mel base, second one of the match, second 3/1 token generated. Does what rush players do best, goes from no units to 2 units there with a Zaku 1 coming out. Throws down another 2 for a gun cannon. And he's contemplating here. This is what rush does best, really, is just to go super wide. So he does spend the 2, and he throws out a G fighter. So now again we kind of have to deal with this. 4 units on board is lethal here with only 3 shields for our red-white player. So we'll draw 1. Get up to level 7. So we've got 4 units down. He's got a base, 3 shields. We're not really lethal here. We can't swing, so we do kind of have to clean up the board a little bit here. So just deciding what to do, since our player on the right though does have no cards in hand. With no cards in hand, it does give us a little bit of a breathing room, but we do have to clear at least one of these bodies to prevent lethal. So we'll spend 5, we'll drop down our Justice Gundam. Sorry for the glare there, just trying to explain these cards. So we'll throw down our Justice Gundam, which generates our 2/2 Fatum blocker token. Gives us 6 bodies on the field now. And we'll throw down 1. This is for a stealth stratagem, which is a Zaft pilot, but also a command that does 2 damage to any unit with 2 or less AP. So we clear 1 body off the board. At least now we're not in fatal range. Just trying to think. Our really only other option here is to clear that 3/1 token. So again, we support 3 to give our Buster breach, which he does. We swing the blitz once, and our second blitz pops a shield. Now we're up to 5 units on board versus 2 and 2 shields. A good turn here, and our player only has 1 card on hand, and he top stacks his 3rd Foul Mel, which generates another token. And from shields he pulls a Zaku, and he's contemplating here whether he'll do some cleanup or not. Of course, he can't swing for lethal, but player on the right, red-white, can. So we need to do a little cleanup. So we swing the G fighter at the blitz. Our player is contemplating. He does have his 2/2 Fatum blocker token, so he can block that if needed, and does choose to do that, trading that out there. Our gun cannon can still swing, so we will swing that. Swing that at shields, no burst, and we pass turn. Alright, 4 units up here. And we'll draw a card and a resource. We're on to turn 8. Yeah, turn 8. Count on our resources. So we can swing for lethal here, but we do need some cleanup in case we miss. So we play the Legao, paired with our Zaft pilot, Izak Jewel. Legao just needs any Zaft trait, which is what we're explaining here. So once Legao gets 5 AP, you can attack a unit and ping another for 2. So we support the Legao, pumping him up to a 5/3 here. And we're explaining the ping damage here. So we'll swing at the Zaku token and ping his Zaku 2 for 2 as well. We take 3 back. And so with just 1 swing, the Legao destroys 2 units. Of course, he gets that skill where he pulls a card in hand once the shard is popped. We'll swing the Justice at base, Blitz Gundam at a final shield, and Blitz for Fatal and Wrap.